Dancing with the Stars, man. You're going Hollywood. How are your moves? Can you bust something out for the Schmo right here? A little salsa? What do you got?
Maybe a little shoulder work.
This is the Schmo with the 7-time Pro Bowler. He's 5th all-time in the NFL, all-time rushing yards list. He's the 2012 MVP. He's AD all day. Adrian Peterson, the future Hall of Famer, inside your home, Houston, Texas. How we doing?
You know what? I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. I can't complain.
Neither can the Schmo. It's the Schmo on the go. We were supposed to see you in Las Vegas for the Raiders hosting the Minnesota Vikings. It didn't happen, so that's why the Schmo went on the road to see you in the flesh inside your home.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad that you came down and it worked out. Things didn't work out there, but it worked out here. So we're here. So you know what? That's all that matters, right?
The only thing that matters, we live in the Schmoment.
Exactly.
Now talk to the Schmo for a second, man. We know you were talking to RG3 not too long ago. You're still interested to be playing professional football. What's the situation? Will we see you in the NFL again, Adrian?
You know, I'm hoping that you guys will see me in the NFL, but who knows? You know, like I've been in this situation before, so I know how it goes. You know, it's like the playoffs is coming around, so maybe you get a call. Maybe, who knows? But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. You know, I played 14 years in the league, and I did an awesome job, and you know, I've been around some incredible organizations, but you know, I have the desire to still play. So if it happens, then it happens. If not, then you know, it wasn't meant to be.
2012, you're the last running back to win the MVP award. Do you think we're going to see another MVP that's a running back? And if we do, who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. You know, it's like the way the league is kind of like how it's going now. You know, it might be a while before we see another running back win the MVP, and it really might be a while. But you know, like my hopes are high. You know, because I advocate for that position, and I feel like there's so many guys that can do incredible things coming from the running back position. You know, McCaffrey, for example, like this guy, this motherfucker me like shit. Like, you know, and I'm just gonna be straight up. I don't ever remember a white boy running a rock the way he runs it. Like just in general, just growing up in general, like you don't see white guys in the running back position that really like make a statement. He's making a freaking statement, a fucking statement. Let me just be real. He's making a statement. Like this guy, like McCaffrey, I like he's awesome. Like he's really really good. One of my best friends, Trent Williams, who happens to be the left tackle for the 49ers. Like when I talk to him and he has the comments and things that he had to say about McCaffrey, that does it all. Like my eyes see and I'm able to evaluate, but talking to him too, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer type, left tackle, talking to him and what he had to say about this young guy, it solidifies it for me. You know what I'm saying? So if there's anyone that can do it, I think McCaffrey's gonna be the guy.
It's safe to say he's your favorite guy to watch right now, who can hold the pigskin, who runs the rock?
Without a doubt. You know, like, you know, I honestly look and I try to find something that I can't like about him. And I'm just like, you know what? You know, he's not gonna run the ball that hard. He's not gonna hit the hole this hard. I can't find anything. He hits the hole hard as hell. He obviously he catches the ball well. He's elusive. Like the motherfucker good, man. Like I get respect when respect is due. He's good as fuck. He's really, really good. He's really talented. A smart player. He's good, man. I gotta give it to him. Like when I watch him, he's excellent.
Especially in this era when many teams go to running back by committee.
Yeah, man. Like he's excellent, man. I take my hat off to him. I salute him. And if you're watching, I tell you, hey, continue to do what you do. Continue to perfect your craft. Like you are MVP caliber easily, without a shadow of a doubt.
What kind of advice would you give to former Minnesota Viking Delvin Cook? He's got his first year with the Jets. He's not getting a lot of playing time, though, and he's had excellent seasons.
I was told Dalvin Cook, you know what? When you came in, like Dalvin, I had so much, and I still have a lot of respect for you, but hopes for you as far as what you could accomplish and the things that you could do with your skill set based off me watching you in college and when you were with the Vikings. I would say this to you. You know, get back to your true self. And whatever that means to you, that it means that to you, right? But for me, what it means is you get out what you put in, right? So continue to grind during the off season. Continue to put in the work. Continue to look at yourself, envision yourself as the best to ever do it. If you continue to do that, if you do that and you continue to work from that perspective, you're gonna accomplish some great things. God has blessed you with some incredible ability. Like you are really awesome. You are electric. You're electrifying. Like the talent that you have is like a lot of people wish they could have the talent that you got. You know what I'm saying? Like people wish they can have that type of talent. So what I'm gonna say to you, because I've been through that, I've been through the gauntlet. Like you get out what you put in. You got to grind. You have talent, but you have to grind during the off season, and then it'll show up during the season, during in season. It'll show up, and you have the ability to be able to control that. So based on how hard you work, then you'll see the fruits of your labor when you get on the field. It's that simple.
We'll talk to the Schmo for a second, man. As one of the greatest running backs of all time, who's on your Mount Rushmore, top 4 all time? You can include yourself.
Barry Sanders, first and foremost. 2,800 yards, 44 touchdowns in college. What? Are you serious?
Did you catch Bye Bye Barry on Amazon Prime yet?
Man, listen. You know, the craziest thing is that people will be like, "Hey, so Adrian, like off the record, or like we just talking to you, like who do you think you were the best ever?" And I say, "Yeah," because that's the way I played the game, because I played the game to be the best ever to do it, right? And then I always got to come back and look at Barry and was like, "Whew." You know, I just gotta be like I'm a realist, so I have to be real with myself. Like, damn, you know, like Barry Sanders was fucking me on a total different level, man.
Well, 2 different styles, man, because between the tackles, you ran people over. You trucked everybody.
I don't think no one was better than me between the tackles when it comes to that. Like, I think I was the best to ever do it when it comes to that. When it comes to being elusive and picking up yards, nobody did it better than Barry Sanders.
Okay, so we got you, we got Barry Sanders, we got 2 more.
We got Walter Payton. Walter Payton. We got Sweetness. Who else? Oh, that's a good question.
Well, on the Sweetness note, everyone talks about Tom Brady as the GOAT, but Sweetness did it all because he could punt, he could block, he could run, he could pass.
Yeah, he can do everything. I'm trying to see who else though. Who's coming in at the number 4 position, man? In my mind, this is based off of like Emmitt Smith, obviously
Numbers, yeah. Their ability,
durability, and then people, and I give him a hard time too because he played for the Cowboys and they had that incredible offensive line, a Hall of Fame offensive line, right? But with that being said, like people, they disrespect Emmitt Smith like he wasn't that guy. Emmitt Smith was the fucking guy. Emmitt Smith could run that ball, like, and how he did it was special. Like he was like Emmitt Smith was awesome. And people forget about what he did in high school, what he did in college in Florida. Like they kind of forget about that when you kind of put him up when you put him up there as the GOAT because he has the most yards ever. and they make it seem like he wasn't that guy and didn't really accomplish anything, and everything they accomplished was because of the offensive line he had, which had a lot to do with it.
Okay.
But outside of that, he was incredible as when you put that rock in his hand. Hey, if I'm gonna say this, if I had to pick a team and I needed a running back, Emmitt Smith would be the running back that I pick.
There it is.
Because he had that mentality and he had that grind and that grit about him that made him special. Like, I don't care how good your offensive line is, you can't be the all-time leading rusher just because. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that guy. So I say LT. I mean,
LT.
That's my guy. I'll say Emmett, but LT. LT will be my guy that I'm sitting there at fourth. Like, I think he might be 6 or 7 all-time leading rusher. I remember passing him and Bettis around the same time. But LT, man, LaDainian Tomlinson was awesome.
Well, back to you, legend man. If you were to put your finger in the wind and speculate, does the buck stop here? Are you going to be 5th all time, or do we see you back in the uniform and you surpass a Frank Gore? What's going to happen with you?
You know, God's willing, I get the opportunity to play again, and I continue to go because I don't want the buck to stop here. Like, even if it's not even, I'm turning 39 in March. I don't care if it's 40. Like, you had Tom Brady, you had Brett Favre, you had quarterbacks that played at 40 years old, right?
Joe Montana, mid-40s.
So, but for me, I want to present that situation where someone brings me in and give me opportunity, and they see like, damn, you know, like even at 40, I'm saying that looking a year ahead, right? Even at 40, 41, like you can still play this game, like kind of like it's baseball, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I know that I have the ability to be able to do that. I know that God has blessed me with the talent to be able to go out there and do incredible things, even at this age where people will be like, you bringing in a 39-year-old running back? Yeah, I am. And I'm gonna show you what can happen. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like that's the mentality that I have. And God's willing, we're able to fulfill it by someone giving me the opportunity to come in. We'll see.
As the greatest Viking of all time, they're in Schmo, Sin City, Las Vegas. Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings had to deal with a lot of injuries. Kirk Cousins lost him to the Achilles. Justin Jefferson, star wide receiver, battling injuries. Do the Minnesota Vikings make the playoffs this season?
Without a doubt, they make it. They make it. And I think they make it because of the grit of the team. You know, bringing in Dobbs and the things that he's done so far. You know, like now it's kind of been like on a downslope because they're like, man, you know, he came in and won 5 in a row. They then lost 2 back to back. Being there for the Monday night game, I'm watching the game. I can't even imagine. I can't even think of the last time I seen a game where there was 4 interceptions that happened off of like tip balls and receivers not doing their job. Yeah, I'm gonna be 100. Do your job, catch the ball, bro. And interception. But you know, things happen. Now, I fumbled a couple times too. But I've never seen, back to what I'm saying, I've never seen that happen where it was 4 interceptions based off of tip balls, and it was the craziest thing I've seen. I was just like, God dang it. So if you take that away, you know, you got a guy who's 6-1. You know, like he comes in, he's 6-1. You got an incredible defense. You got guys on offense that's like making things happen, and like the chemistry is there, right? So I'm just like, you know what? I still have hope in the Vikings. I think they can do some incredible things, and you got to think about this too. They did this without Jefferson. They did this without the second best receiver, AJ Brown.
That's your number 1 right now, AJ Brown.
Without a shadow of a doubt. What? AJ Brown is fucking me GOAT right now. And I met AJ Brown. Hey, 215 rocked. Like he's a receiver. He remind me like I like him. He remind me of Steve Smith. Like as far as like his aggressiveness and his mindset and how you play the game, that he reminds me of Steve Smith. But just seeing him in person too, if I if I'm picking a team and I need a receiver, AJ Brown, come on, let's go, bam, I want you. Like this guy, right? Meet him and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like you don't see receivers like that. He's like a To type guy. You know what I'm saying? To was what 6'3", 6'4". Like obviously the second best stats ever in NFL history. Like, but I say that to say like he's built like him. You know what I'm saying? As far as when you look at him, you be like, damn, I know this guy's special right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, I feel like with them getting Jefferson back, he's a game changer because he's one of those guys. You know, he's a Tyreek Hill from Miami. You know, Miami get him, and now what it look like? They look like something, right? That's what Jefferson is to the Vikings. So for him coming back and Dobbs being there and being able to accomplish the things that he did 5-2 since his time, but to get the number 2 receiver back, it's a game changer. So I'm looking for him to do some good things, and hopefully he plays. You know, he plays today, but I don't know. But when he does come back, it's going to be a game changer because it makes the defensive coordinators think differently. You got a total different defensive scheme when Jefferson is out there. You better account for him. You got to do something different. And you know, a lot of people kind of take that for granted with how things has been going with the Vikings and you know the last 8-7 games. They take it for granted, but you have to account for that guy for sure.
Last thing on football, the Schmo loves his football, by the way. We're going to predict the Super Bowl right here. The Schmo's been saying it all season. The Ravens and the 49ers. Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I got the 49ers, man. I got the 49ers. I bleed purple. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I love the Cowboys. Jerry, you're my guy. You know I love you. Anytime I see you, it's always love, and we chop it up, and we have a good time, you know, for the short period of time that it happens. But I got to say the 49ers, man. And this is where I say that. I've been saying Philadelphia all season because the defense and how Hurts have been playing and just AJ Brown, my guy, like them guys have been playing good. But when San Francisco whooped that ass.
Yes, they do.
Oh my God. San Francisco whooped that ass.
Well, give us the AFC team.
AFC, yeah. That's a little harder. I always say Cincinnati because I like the quarterback down there, and then my guy Joe Mixon is running the rock, and I gotta text him and tell him, hey, listen, it's gonna go through you. Yeah. You have to run this. You have to continue to run the rock, man. You have to. I seen him play one game. I can't think what game it was, but he ran the rock so good, and I remember saying to myself, if he runs the rock like that, they'll get to the Super Bowl for sure. And they have an opportunity. They have the opportunity to win it. So I would say Cincinnati and Buffalo. NFC, I gotta go with it. I gotta go with San Fran, man. Like they got their guy back. Trent is back. Like you see how they did the 9-1 Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know what else has to be said. Cowboys. Like I know that's God's team. Get past the Niners.
All right, well, let's transition to some, Dancing with the Stars, man. You're going Hollywood. How are your moves? Can you bust something out for the Schmo right here? A little salsa? What do you got?
Maybe a little shoulder work. But you know what? I had a great time doing Dancing with the Stars, man. It was a great experience for me. I thought that I was gonna be able to boop 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 and do some, like some pop lock type stuff, and just like I'm like, man, I can dance. No, it was ballroom dance. It was like real professional type dancing, right? So I had to really lock in and be dedicated to what I was doing. So I learned. So my first week I did the salsa, and then I came back with, I think it was a zumba, and then I came back with quick step, and then I came back with the Viennese waltz. Like that's Viennese waltz is the first ballroom dance ever. Yeah, the first ballroom dance ever. So if you think you're gonna do some pop locking, because you can do that, you think you can make it? No, you have to be locked in and learn like the technicality and the details of like really learning how to dance. And my partner Britt Stewart, she did an awesome job of like really coaching me, coming up with some great routines. Like the things that she came up with, it was spectacular. Like, or unfortunately, we got eliminated Disney week, and we danced to "Baby Mine" from the movie Dumbo. But it was my best. It was our best performance. And we did the Vietnamese waltz. It was our best performance. So I don't know how we got eliminated.
Well, the Schmo knows you're a multi-talented guy. You also dabble with the boxing. We just had a great boxing match between Devin Haney, Regis Prograis, Devin Haney, and still, Devin Haney won.
He won?
Debut at 140, man.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite guy to watch box?
He's not boxing anymore, but Mayweather.
He's still boxing? Exhibitions?
Yeah, exhibitions. He be beating up guys exhibitions, but Mayweather is just a different guy, right? But I would say it was Devontae, right?
Who just won? Devin Haney?
No, not him. Is it from Baltimore? Devontae?
Oh, yes, Gervonta Davis.
Devontae.
Tank Davis.
Tank, yeah. Let me say that. Tank, yeah, Tank. I like Tank, man. He goes out there and his style is really good and unique, and like he's real collective with the way that he moves. He's not just like he's not a guy that's out there just looking for a knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like he's technical and he's calculated, and with that he has that power to knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? So like for that reason, I like him. I like him a lot.
Want to get your opinion on basketball right now because the Schmo just saw greatness the other night at T-Mobile Arena. The Lakers won the first ever NBA in-season tournament. LeBron James MVP. Are you a LeBron guy or a Jordan guy for greatest basketball player of all time?
Jordan. It is what it is.
That's why the Schmo loves you, AP. You know your sports.
Yeah, come on, man. I love LeBron.
Me too, but it's Jordan.
It's Jordan, bro. Jordan is Jordan. And people ask me all the time, who's the best athlete ever to play the game of basketball? LeBron James.
Yes.
No question. Who's the best basketball player to ever play? Michael Jordan, bro.
And the best athlete to play football? Bo Jackson?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. 4-1. 4-1, man. And that alone to tell you everything, right? But Michael Jordan, when you think about his game and the things that he did, he was an absolute basketball player. What, 2-time defensive player of the year? Like his skill set and how he played the game, he was on a different level. He was on a different level, and he wasn't even a big 3-point shooter, which LeBron isn't as well. But when you think about a guy like getting the ball and like posting you up or boop boop or making a move on you and taking you and either taking it to the hoop or shooting it on you, no one did it better than Jordan outside of Kobe Bryant. There was no one else that did it like that. You talking about somebody coming down and dominating and dunking it on you and whatever. No one did it better than Shaq.
Yeah, most dominant big force out there.
Easily. Shaq could have an argument for the best player ever. When you're talking about how much you dominated and how you affected the game, Shaq has that argument. But no one did it outside of Shaq. No one did it better than no one has done it better than LeBron. Like LeBron is he he's good. He's good. He's the best to ever do it outside of Jordan, hands down.
Well said. Let's wrap this thing up. It's a beautiful home. You got your Christmas tree decorations. Yeah. Can we get a final message for all the AD fans out there worldwide?
I would just say, the journey isn't over. I haven't hung it up just yet. And I hear people all the time, "You retired yet? How you retired?" I'm like, I ain't retired. So I haven't hung it up. God's willing, I get the opportunity to do it again. Even if it's at the age of 40, I want to be able to show that even at that age, you can dominate and you can do some incredible things. Because it sends a message outside of playing football, right? It sends a bigger message to me. So that's what I want to do. But I want to say, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support and everything you guys have blessed me with. It's always good to run into you guys and encounter you guys. When you guys show me that love, it's humbling and it's fulfilling, So just thank you for all the love you've shown me throughout the years that I played in Minnesota and even with other teams that I've been around. Like, my fans are so loyal and dedicated, and they show so much love. So I just want to say, you know what? I salute you guys, and I appreciate the love.
Well said. The Schmo's got one more question, actually. When you inevitably get inducted into the Hall of Fame, do you know who is going to be introducing you during that speech?
I don't know just yet. But if I had to say off the top of my head, probably my pops. Yeah. Probably my pops.
A living legend, one of the greatest to ever do it. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. This is the Schmo on the go. We're out.